The name of the region where I live and where my family is producing the wine is Plešivica. It's close to Zagreb, a little bit west of Zagreb, the capital of Croatia. Area Plešivica have a long tradition of wine growing, and what is typical that it's not a big region, and all the wines today are like very authentic because the producers are the workers in the vineyard and workers in the winery, and it's like all of the wines from this area is very authentic. So what we are producing here is sparkling wines by Method Champenois. We have very good Riesling in Plešivica. We have some old varieties which are coming from the time when the Croatia was the part of Austro-Hungarian Empire. So here you can find the Roterveltliner, for example, Grüner Sylvaner, Welsh Riesling, Žuti Plavec, and many others. So we are combining these old varieties with some international varieties like Pinot Noir, Riesling, and Sauvignon. If we speak about wine history of Croatia, I can tell you that Croatia is one of the oldest countries with traditionally wine growing. So when you see that wine production or wine growing starts from place of Georgia and Armenia, then it comes to maybe to Greece, and then it was very close to Dalmatia and the rest of Croatia. So the tradition of wine growing in Croatia is very long, and it changes through the time. And what I can tell you for my region is that once before in history we were part of Austro-Hungarian Empire, and in this time every family in my village was totally agricultural, and normally they were selling the wine to get some money. And in my idea what was happening before, it was very close to the rest of the Europe in this time, for example to Italy and France style of winemaking. And then we have a Second World War, and after that in the period of communistic Yugoslavia, it was a different politic, and it was pressure that the wine growers should produce much more quantity than quality. And we started to change this in 1980. My father started to bottle the wine under the family name, and we decreased the yielding to get the higher quality, and we start to plant the new varieties. And all the time it was good that we stay true farmers, and we never change it to some easier way of agriculturing, like we were never using herbicides, mineral fertilizers, because we knew how to make it in the organic way. The last thing what we done was changing to biodynamic. 4 years ago we start with one Italian consultant. His name is Michele Lorenzetti, and today we have experience of 4 years of biodynamic, which I think that is the highest level of understanding the nature. And when you do in this way, you can get really the reflection of your soil and specific year of wine growing. When we were the part of Yugoslavia, it was different, and different political communism was different than it's today normally. But Croatia have a luck that we are close to west of the Europe, so it was not so typically communistically system like it was in some countries which are closer to Russia or something like that. Because I think that we were living normally in Yugoslavia. We were totally free during the communism, but the surrounding was not good. It was not easy. We couldn't sell the wine like a private winery. We had to sell the grape to cooperativa, and it was not what we want now. But you have to adjust yourself in this time now. So when I'm listening to my father, it was totally different than it is today. Today we can say that we are really free to do what we want, and there is no reason that my region is not as good as somebody in France or somebody somewhere else. But in the period of communistic system, it was not able to make the high level quality wines. So it is the main difference from today. And when you ask the older people, somebody will tell you that it was better before, and somebody will tell you that it's better now. It's different.